Hello, this is John Wolf, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Wind of the Soul podcast series. This is episode number 8, and in continuing with my Wisdom in Nature recordings, following on the heels of my last episode, number 7, which was called The Wisdom of Water, I'd like to read a blog entry that I wrote on the 4th of July. It's titled The Wisdom of Wind. Today's entry features the elusive wind. At times, this element can be the yin to water's graceful yang, yet it too provides us with its own enlightening characteristics. Wind has the ability to rapidly modulate its movement and its course, all based upon a connection to the moment. And while its temperament may not always be as passive and gentle as flowing water, it has developed its own unique variations and capacities for being a spiritual teacher just the same. Wind provides the majority of its insight and wisdom through the demonstration of persistence and tenacity. Like water, it has the ability to slowly wear away any form of resistance and is a true artisan among the elements. Through its own resolve, wind sculpts amazing shapes from solid canyon walls and cliffs. It knows its abilities will ultimately see its harshest forms of opposition turned into beautiful windswept sceneries and vistas. While wind primarily utilizes diligence as its tool for creation, it never underestimates the importance of calm precision. With the slightest amount of effort applied to an evening breeze, it cools the hottest summer nights. Wind moves with the purpose of growth. Its gusts serve to strengthen every tree limb, for without its help, the smallest groves of saplings would never mature into strong, thick forests. Wind brings forth rejuvenation, clearing out the old to make way for the new. Stagnation is not a possibility in the natural environment, as wind ushers in the potential for change. Wind moves with the purpose of nurturing. Its drafts serve as guides to the gray giants of the sky, for without its assistance, precious rain would never find thirsty crops. Wind encourages all living things to bend with the direction of its movement. Those that learn to give way are not toppled by its breezes. The wind, however, does not believe all things must follow its specific course. It simply teaches the ability to relax, stretch, and allow. The wind is a free spirit, devoid of hang-ups or attachments. It's completely self-actualized, spontaneous, and comfortable in its own awareness and actions, whether it's blustering between the branches of an old oak or rustling the needles of mountain pines. It finds immense benefit in all environments and eagerly travels from one location to the next, minus fear, doubt, or concern. Wind moves with the purpose of uplifting. Its updrafts serve to relax the beat of a million wings, for without its help, birds could not soar to new heights. The wind does not brag or boast of these attributes, but prefers to operate through visual anonymity. Only the rustling of leaves, the swaying of grass, and the tussling of our hair reveal its presence. It has remained eternally unseen, yet will be forever felt and heard. Similar to the wisdom of water, in this post, I provided the wind with many characteristics resembling intelligence. Yet, I believe this somewhat intangible teacher does possess its own awareness. Maybe not exactly like yours and mine, but a consciousness nonetheless. Many of these observations came from a relaxed state of watching the trees sway outside my window, but several of the wind's subtler qualities didn't appear to be stemming from my scrutiny. Instead, they seemed to come as one solid, elaborate thought, without any need to be developed or rewritten, infused with a deeper sense of knowing. So it is when we are completely tuned to the awareness of that which is not forgotten. Again, that was titled The Wisdom of Wind, and it was posted at windofthesoul.com on July 4th. While I fully believe the greatest spiritual teacher resides within ourselves, we have a deeper connection to all things, and everything that we see externally speaks to us because of what's going on within ourselves. Nature, just like our own inner awareness, can only provide us with that which we're prepared and tapped into, that which we are ready to receive. So you can't ever say that we are going external and away from ourselves completely. This is the reason why at Wind of the Soul I always talk about nurturing our own inner knowledge, because the more we nurture it, the more we feed it, the more we really start getting outside of what we have been conditioned to believe, conditioned to think, conditioned to feel. Our world will start changing because of that. Once we can really start tapping into an understanding of that deeper feeling within us, then our external reality will begin to take on those attributes. The same world that's been around us all along will just totally seem like it's new and fresh and different. But the only thing that's changed is our interpretations of it because of how we feel inside. And that does it for this episode. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I would like to thank all of my visitors, all of my listeners for their continued support. I really appreciate it, and I want to thank all of you guys. It means a lot to me. Don't forget, if you ever have any questions, any comments, or feedback, you're always more than welcome to email me at windofthesoul@yahoo.com. Until next time, have a great week and take care of yourselves.